Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do a collective video on my MAC blushes. This video isn't going to go in any particular order, and I kind of just have an assortment of blushes out right now. Just to add a little bit of flavor to the video, but I am going to go through them one by one. This is really just meant to be a fun video, just kind of going through my MAC blush collection. I thought it would be really fun because not only is it beauty related, but I really do love my MAC blush collection. I have always been a MAC lover, a MAC girl, and I think that I also enjoy watching a lot of these. So I was like, you know what, maybe I should make my own. So this is just my collection. I hope you guys enjoy this, and we are just gonna dive right into it and show you guys all the ones that I have. So I'm not so sure how I want to start this, or the one that I want to choose first. I'm just going to pick by random. And the first one that I picked up is Swiss Chocolate. From them, this one is absolutely gorgeous. It looks like this. And I can admit that I probably haven't used this like a bunch or like a ton, but I do love the consistency that it has. It is such like a beautiful brown Swiss chocolate color. I love the way these snap as well. But yeah, this is a matte blush, a matte powder blush. Okay, and this one I would say sits more on the brown tawny side. Kind of muted, to be honest, but it still has a very rich brownie color to it. The next MAC blush that I have is going to be Hipness. This is a powder blush. This is a frost. Oh my god, I used to use this a lot when I was like in college, and I kind of just fell out from using it so much. I don't know what happened. This is definitely a part of some type of summer collection, if I can recall, but it is a limited edition powder blush. Really cool, vibrant summer colors going on here with the packaging. I think that's super dope. And also this is kind of like a coral pink color. I absolutely love this a lot. I used to put this over top of my blushes, like, and kind of blend it in as kind of like a nice migrator kind of color, because it was so nicely muted and coral that it fit perfectly for that purpose for me, is how I would use this. But I do really love this. I need to get back into this again. We have a Glow Play blush. This blush is going to be in No Shame. And I do like the Glow Play formulas. I think that they're really good for everyday use. And I absolutely do love this color, but I haven't used it a significant amount yet. I would say this is a light and airy kind of like blossom red color. It's not super red, but it does give you that perky cheek look. And if you're not someone that wants like this fire engine cherry kind of blush, this is probably going to be the tone that you prefer. And since we're talking about red blushes, this is my Frankly Scarlet. This is a matte powder blush. This is like an OG MAC blush, but mine is quite dirty because I used to put this over serious powder foundation a lot. And I also used to use this primarily when I was in college. This was like my big hitter color. What I put on every day. This was like my everyday blush, guys. And I really do love Frankly Scarlet. I don't know, I feel like it was just really red. I have a dark skin complexion, so this really appealed to me back in the day. Still does. I can still get this color out. but there is a bit of grime and dirt on mine, so please don't mind that. But yeah, this is frankly Scarlet. This is definitely your Fire Engine red blush, a true red blush if I do say so myself. Next MAC blush that I have is going to be the Burnt Pepper. This one, I've got to say, I've used it a lot more than it looks like I have, but I have used this a lot, and I absolutely love the Burnt Pepper. It is such a beautiful blush by MAC, and it's kind of like a muted, peachy, kind of trying to go into red color, but it really is sitting on a very, very in between that last shade of peach and red color. And it stands on this like very muted kind of like line. I don't know, but it is, I think the name really does complement the shade, and I love this. I think that this is like such a good everyday blush for my skin complexion. So this one is like one of my most favorite MAC blushes of all time, is the Burnt Pepper. And the sun has kind of gone down a little bit too, so maybe you guys can see it a little bit differently. I do have a lot more of the singular blushes, but I did want to just get into this really quickly since I do have this out already. I only have 3 of these pan blushes, and I don't know, I never really went super crazy for these. I don't know, just the whole refilling. I don't know, I just usually buy singular blushes, but the ones I have in here are going to be, let's see which one this one is. This one is Harmony blush. This one's kind of like a, I want to say almost like a muted brown. I don't know if I've really used this that much, to be honest. The next one is going to be Plum Foolery, which is a popular one. Plum Foolery, which I think is really beautiful. It's very elegant. It's not doing too much. It's not too deep, which I do really like that about it. And then this one is Dollymix, which I should have already known because I do kind of use it a little bit more out of all of these 3 in here if I do open this. Dollymix, I've actually sold one of these before in the past as a refill. I like Dollymix a lot. I really do think that it's a beautiful color. And I don't know, I don't really feel like I'm as crazy for it, which is why I sold my backup because I think that back in the day it was all the rage. It was a little bit more serious, you know, but I don't know, I just don't really go for this bubblegum pink blush anymore. I think that it looks juvenile on me these days, but I do really love what Dollymix gave to the culture. I would say this is like if you're going for Barbie pink type of girl, Dollymix is one of those things you should tap into if we're talking about MAC blush. Next blush that I have here is going to be Love Thing. This is a Mineralize blush by MAC, and whew, Love Thing I've used quite a bit too. It's one of my favorites for the Mineralize blush line. I think that this blush is phenomenal. It looks beautiful. It complements, I think, every skin complexion. It's so dainty, girly, elegant, sexy, cool. I mean, this is just one of my favorite blushes of all time. And it looks really, really pretty on the skin. It has that nice glow. Definitely your red blush, but for Mineralize. And it looks perfect, to be honest. Like, this is also something I've kind of played with, and I have my everyday moments with this blush as well. So I do really like this a lot. Next MAC blush is going to be Film Noir in matte. I'm going to be honest, this one is not particularly one of my favorites. It's very deep, but I have played around with it just a little bit. This is one of those things I would say just as a MAC girl, a MAC collector, Y2K girly at heart. You know, that's just something I felt like I needed to have because I have so many MAC blushes as is. So this one, you know, I just wanted to have it. But I don't really grab it. I don't really like go for it in particular. It's a very unique color, and it really does go dark. Like, it's a very dark blush. I think it's beautiful. I think if you're looking for something a little bit more toned down, and I mean, if you're going for kind of like more of like a grungy, even like kind of look, this is going to be something that you'll probably really like. I still play with it, you know, I definitely think I will finish it, but I don't think that I would ever buy Film Noir again. I just don't think that it's a blush that I truly gravitate towards, but it is a beautiful one at the very same time. The next blush that I have from MAC is going to be the Modern Mandarin. This has been discontinued. I've had it since I was in college. This one is a beautiful coral color. I don't know why they don't just bring this back, because I think it's so unique and necessary. They need to bring this back, but this is so pretty. The Modern Mandarin. It looks gorgeous, and it just brightens up my skin complexion tremendously. Like, I just, there's something very unique about this, and I feel like it's like such a true orange color. Like, there's no gimmicks there, you know. But yep, this is the Modern Mandarin blush. Next blush that I have is going to be the Rosy Does It. This one is completely annihilated because I have used this so much from them, especially in recent times. This has become almost kind of like an everyday sometimes. It looks beautiful when I don't have makeup on, especially. So it gets used even more because of that. The Rosy Does It is a Glow Play blush from MAC. Absolutely stunning color. I think this would go great with most, if not all, skin complexions. And I feel like deeper skin complexions maybe more so, because it is a deeper color. Kind of sits on that true raspberry, purple pink color for sure. And it is a deep, I would consider it a deep blush. But I mean, you can't see any remnants of MAC anywhere, because this is just so heavily used for me. But that means it's awesome, and I absolutely love this. This is one of my favorites as well. Next MAC blush is going to be Rosy Cheeks Extra Dimension blush. This one I absolutely adore as well. I actually forgot that I had this. Yeah, I really like this one also. It's like, it kind of gives me, in a sense, what the Frankly Scarlet used to give me, so I thought. But this one gives it, I think, like just more realistically, and not so red, but just, it's very controlled. Like, it's red, but a very controlled red. I think because of that reflex that it has in there. I don't know, but these are super cool. I also think the design is super cool, like how they kind of like did it up there with the lines and the MAC and everything. It's just really fun. So yeah, this one's a good one too. I have this Simpsons Pink Sprinkles one feel like a lot of OG MACers have this one, and mine is like barely used. I mean, I use it for like underneath my eyes. I don't know, it's really light. It's never been a blush that I actually used for the true purposes of like blushing like my cheeks. I use it for like other stuff, like, I don't know, but it is pretty. It is a pretty packaging that they have here for this. They have Marge on the front, they have the pink sprinkles, and then they also have Marge in here, if you guys can kind of catch a little bit of that detail. So I don't know, this is fun just to kind of own, honestly, but I don't gravitate towards this that much. But it is a fun one from them, and it is a pretty nice true Barbie pink, I would say. Also, it is a version of a Barbie pink shade in my opinion. I mean, that is a true pink right there. So I would say this is one for those Barbie lovers as well. Next blush I have from MAC is Her Blooming Cheek. Her Blooming Cheek is a satin powder blush. I've had this one for years, but I don't use it as much because it's a very loud magenta pink color. And I think that you can control this. I think that you can make this what you want. I believe that this is discontinued as well. But as far as the color, I think that you can try to control it, you know, but I don't know. This is just one of those wild card blushes that is probably gorgeous with the right makeup, but definitely not an everyday blush for me, which is probably the only reason why I don't gravitate towards it. Plus I have so many MAC blushes, I don't necessarily have all these out every day, but I think that I could probably bring this back. Like, this is actually giving me a lot of inspiration right now, and I'm kind of loving it. I don't know, there's just something about it. But it is like a really bright pink color for sure. Next blush that we have from MAC is going to be the Dolly Extra Dimension blush as well. This one, I use it as a highlight actually, because it is such a beautiful icy pink color. Oh my god. The packaging, first of all, gorge. I mean, look at that metallic chrome pink color. What? That is just giving Barbie core, Playboy enthusiast, lover core, everything girly, glitz and glam is in this packaging right now. I mean, let's be so for real right now. And then the actual color itself, which kind of almost mimics the pink that it's in with the casing, is so beautiful. And I hope that the light is really catching the hues of that shine. It's so dreamy. I love this. I have like 3 backups of Dilly Dolly. And I use this as a highlight color. I don't actually use it as a blush because it's actually way too light for this to be a blush for me. But the pink that it is and the shine that it has, it actually works out well as a highlight color. So I use it as that. The next blush that I have is going to be Melba in Matte. I have not used this at all. This is going to, you know, be on the same track as Film Noir, where this is just something a girl felt like she needed to have, okay? Because I am a MAC girl. So I just felt like I needed to have this at some point in time. But this would more than less likely be something that I'd probably put maybe over concealer, under eye area, a transitioner color, maybe for even like the eyelid. I would probably never really blush with this item because it is really light. I mean, it's It's pretty light. But it is a beautiful, muted kind of color. I can see this being gorgeous on fair skin complexions, of course. But yeah, that is Melba, guys. We have another one of these in HD Cherry Tree Glow Play Blush, okay? But this one is a special edition Glow Play, and I absolutely do like this color a lot. It's nice and bouncy, first of all, the formula. And I have actually used this a couple times. I just haven't had it out. Otherwise, this is perfect for the holidays. Oh my gosh. This is just one of those blushes. I loved wearing this just during holiday season. So I actually think now that I have it out, that I'll probably like keep it out. But this is so beautiful. And I love this packaging, the cherry blossom, the metallic colors going on, just gorgeous when they do these types of things. And this is what the OG MAC lovers live for, these type of really gnarly collections that they come out with. This one's gonna be another really big magenta vibe. This is Full Fuchsia. It's actually a frost powder blush by MAC, and I actually like Full Fuchsia. I think it's very pretty. It has kind of like a blue undertone to it, so it's not like the bright light magenta. It's like a magenta, but more like a deeper kind of magenta color, if you will. I do think it is really pretty. I haven't gotten a lot of use out of this. I can tell that this is like still super new, but this is really pretty. And this is actually like genuinely really pretty to me. I don't know. But this is the Full Fuchsia Frost Blush by MAC. This is another blush from MAC. This is the Glow Play formula in So Natural. I use this as a transitioner, especially on days where I'm wearing very minimal to no makeup. So again, these are beautiful formulas for like no makeup days where you're really just trying to, you know, come out with your best self, but very, very natural. And this is actually called So Natural. This is clearly too light for it to be a consistent blush color for me, but on days where I wear no makeup, I like to put it kind of like where the highlight would be, like right between that gap to blush area, just to kind of give a little bit of essence of upness to my face. I don't know what something about the color, the consistency, it just, that's what it gives me, and that's what I use it for. So nice formula. As a blush color, this is more of a muted beige for sure. So definitely would fit more fair skin complexions as a blush. Next blush I have is gonna be the You've Got Me Feeling powder blush by the, this is the Mariah Carey collection. I actually love this packaging. It's so girly core, things I like. And also, look at this pink. Another one for the Barbie lovers, the Barbs out there, okay? Playboy enthusiast, if you want that Barbie pinky girl, you should get you one of these. This is discontinued, I mean, but maybe you could get it off of someone. You know, there's so many collectors out there, and there's so much makeup that is still out there that you can still purchase that's still good. I loved this color ever since the day I laid my eyes on it. I thought it was beautiful. I have used it a little bit, but sometimes I use it on the cheeks, sometimes I use it for other things. But this is, I genuinely think it's really pretty, honestly. And I just love that gold packaging. Of course they would show out for Mariah like that, because she wasn't gonna have a collection with anything less than gold packaging. I mean, come on, it's Mariah Carey. The next MAC blush that I have is gonna be Lovejoy. Lovejoy was and is still what I would classify as an everyday blush for me. If you're looking for what my true everyday is, it's Lovejoy. Okay, this is what I used to use every day in college. This is what I use every day. Now this is an older one, and I have been kind of dabbling in a lot of different makeup, but this is just one of my most favorite MAC blushes ever. To this day, I could never get over her, like, ever. And I think everybody should have her. Yeah, this is a good one. Next MAC blush I have, this one is one that I really haven't used much of because I really just love it so much. It's like one of those things I want to preserve. It's Lavish Living and Mineralize. This is a Mineralize blush, and it has like a cover in it still, but this one sits on like this really beautiful, what is going on here? This is gorgeous color. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Lovejoy, but it's more icy, like a little icier, but I don't know, it's so unique. And I've used it a couple times, but I'm very careful with this because I'm like, oh, this is nice. I love this. Next MAC blush is Life's a Picnic. This is in matte. This is just a nice, fun, kind of like summer color, I would say. Another discontinued shade, but this is really cool. I mean, I thought that it was fun. I haven't used it a ton, but it does give me a color that I am super confident and happy about. And I do think it is a beautiful MAC blush, like definitely a vintage fave for mattes that they have had. And this one is a good one. It's actually really pretty, to be honest. Next blush is Blunt by MAC. This one is a brownie color. Sorry, that's my phone, guys. This is a brownie color, and it's really pretty in my opinion, but this is gonna be another one I don't really gravitate towards that much. This is in Blunt, matte. And it is really beautiful, but again, it sits on that brown color. And sometimes I don't really know what to do with these, but that is Blunt by MAC. This might be my last brownie one, but this one is Mocha in matte. Mocha is a lot lighter. I would feel like with a name like Mocha, it would be like kind of darker. But yeah, it's more like on the light side. This one, I can't really say I've used it much either, but that is Mocha by MAC. I think they still sell this. It's beautiful in its own way. It's fairly light, so if you have a fair skin complexion, this might be a blush that you'll use a lot more. Definitely would be a lot deeper, not bright at all. So more like fair skin, grungy look kind of girl, or just kind of like chill vibes, because it's very muted. Like, it's not bright at all, but still pretty. Still MAC. The next MAC blush that I have is going to be Raisin. Raisin, I have used it quite a bit as well. And Raisin, I think, is one of the brownie colors that actually does migrate nicely. like with most skin complexions, even more fairer ones. And this one is a powder blush in matte. This is a matte powder blush. Really pretty. I think I have used it quite a bit. I know it probably doesn't look like it, but I really like Raisin. This is another one of the classics that I would consider to be a favorite of mine. Next MAC blush is going to be a vintage one in Prom Princess. This is the Satin Powder Blush from the Archie's Girls collection. Notice the design here, very vintage, all white packaging. Really cool. I think that they should bring back an all white packaging just like this. And this one is kind of a berry color. It's actually very much like a nice wine berry color, and not too bright either. And I really love this packaging. This was, again, those fun MAC girl days, where, you know, we waited in lines, you know, we we had a great time just really seeing the artwork, and it was so much more artistic. They would do collections like this. It was just a different time. But this is one of my favorites, I would say, as well. It's not a permanent collection or a permanent shade, but they've probably brought this back since in so many different kinds of collections, I'm sure. But this is just a beautiful color, and I do really like Prom Princess by MAC. Another one I have from MAC, I actually got this off of someone from Mercari a little while ago, like maybe a couple years ago. This is a cream blend blush in the color Florida, which I thought was so cool because now I live in Florida. And this is kind of what I would classify to be kind of on that magenta side as well, but it's a cream blend, so the consistency is not powder at all. A little bit different with the blending, and it blends out like this very beautiful bright cheek, you know, but not like insanely, like ridiculously bright either. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a beautiful color. Not something that you can get every day, obviously. And I just think it's so cool that it's called Florida. I feel like this is very sentimental and like meaningful to me, which is mainly why I wanted it for my collection. I have used it a couple times, but I don't know, maybe I could use it a little bit more. I kind of want to keep it around as well because I genuinely like what it is. And I like it a part of my collection, but that's Florida. Another MAC blush we have here is going to be Pink Desire in powder. This is a powder blush. This is definitely a magenta blush for sure. This is a part of the, I think it's a Bossy de Palma collection, if I'm not mistaken. This is an all gold packaging, just like the Mariah Carey, so I already love that about it. And it is a limited edition one from them, but super pretty. And back when I was, you know, I had a thing for these bright berry colors and these hues. This was one of the ones that I got to try as well. And this is also one that I do like. I need to kind of get back to using this one as well, I think. Next MAC blush I have here is going to be our Desert Rose in matte. The Desert Rose, I have used this on a daily basis before. I love the Desert Rose. I don't know what it is about it. I feel like it looks so much better when you actually wear it than it does in the pan. Like, it looks better. And it looks so natural and beautiful. And I thought for my skin complexion, like, you know, but this is actually so beautiful on me. I love Desert Rose. This is actually another MAC blush that I would consider to be one of my faves. I have this MAC Hairy Pearl. It's a duo, and it has a cream blush as well as like a shadow. And so I decided to add it to the video since it is considered a blush, or there is a blush like in here. And this is kind of like a berry blush, and then it has like this gold cream blend highlighter as well. So everything in here is cream blend consistency. I'm trying to see what these names are. It's the Embrace Your Duality color cream, multi-usages, over ambitious, and be your own light. I'm assuming that this one might be over ambitious and be your own light, or maybe it's be your own light and then over ambitious. Or wait, that was like literally what I just said. You guys know what I mean, the reverse. I'm not so sure, but anyway, I think this is a beautiful red blush color, very gorgeous, and I do really like this duo. I haven't used it a bunch. It's kind of something that I've left alone in the last few years actually, but I think maybe I'll take it back out. Who knows? Take it back out. The other blush I have, I'm going to show you in the packages. This is going to be this one, and the other one I think are the last ones. But this one is in Nippy's Plum Rose. This is from the Whitney Houston collection. It looks really cool. Bright lights, stage vibes. This is the Whitney Houston collection. Let me take this. In all gold, and this is a rich gold. This is like a rich dark gold, and this is Nippy's Plum Rose and Powder Blush. It has Whitney's signature, I don't know what, but for this collection the only thing I got was the eyeshadows. Actually, I got the eyeshadow. I think I got everything in this collection now that I think about it. What am I talking about? I think I got everything, the glosses, the eyeshadows, and the blushes, which I thought were gorgeous. This one is so beautiful. It's like a nice plum color and beautiful, beautiful packaging. So yeah, this one is the Whitney collection, brand new. So there's that one. I absolutely love this shade. And then this other one here that I have is going to be also the Whitney collection in Nippy's Pink Rose. Let's take that one out of the box really quickly. This one's a little bit more muted. Same rich gold color. And I'm just gonna open that one up. That one's kind of like coral peach, but still has like that pinky undertone to it, but it's more light. Obviously it's not as deep as the other one was. Really cool. I love the packaging. I love when they do this thing that they do, you know. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous display. Absolutely phenomenal packaging. They really outdid themselves with the Whitney Houston collection, and I think they really wanted to make it very special, and I think that they did. I really do. I had to try really hard to get all of these blushes on here so they would not break or do anything crazy, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. Probably make that my avatar for this video. I hope you guys had fun going through these with me. Again, this is just a another beauty video, and a fun one, kind of going down memory lane with a lot of these blushes, talking about some of the ones I really liked, some of the ones I just have, just to have them, and some of the ones, you know, any recommendations for different skin complexions and things of that nature that you guys should maybe try. What are your favorite MAC blushes, if you guys have any, which I would think that maybe you do if you are attracted to watching this video or clicking on this video at all. You're probably trying to create a collection, see what maybe some OGs or people have to say about their collection, or maybe you just like to watch these types of videos where people talk about one type of makeup item or brand. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment down below, like and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for tuning in.